What's good, everybody? What is good, everybody? I'm live now. I am live now. We're here. Oh, it's been a hilarious exchange on social media. I'll let everybody know. All right, what's good with y'all? Oh boy, where do I even begin, man? Where do I even begin? Let me see. These youngins be the only ones thanks to the internet. What's up, groovy chick? What's up? Yeah, do I need? Yeah, I'll get into that. I'll get into this. Anything. Let's get into the content first. I only posted like 3 videos a day, so I'm gonna get into the content of the day first. Pretty cold. All right, let's get into the content of the day. Present, share screen. All right, cool. All black people.
Okay, I grew up a little black group. I want to make sure I give it to y'all in the shortest video possible. Okay, I am a Creek Indian. Okay, I grew up a little black girl in North Omaha. So in 3 generations, we went from Indians on Creek Indian territory where my grandfather was born 1 month old. And then because we were attacked by white terrorists in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, we had to migrate. It's called the Trail of Tears. We migrated from Oklahoma to Kansas City to Omaha, Nebraska. But when you leave Oklahoma Indian Territory, whether you are pushed off or not, you would then be marked on the United States Census under the X&M Black. That is how you take somebody as a prisoner of war. You disenfranchise them from their heritage. That is what happened to all of us. Black is not a race. You have to be from somewhere. What the hell?
You say what the hell?
I want to make sure I give it to y'all in the short.
She's from Oklahoma for sure. What the hell? Oh yeah, she deep. She deep in that Oklahoma territory. But no, that's a good video. That's a good video. Happy History Month. What we got? What else we got today? Listen to y'all just
tap us because they no longer have the energy, but they have the wisdom. We need to be ready to get in the ring. Y'all don't even live around here. I tell them people, this is another prime example of poverty pimping. I said, you know what happens when people realize that they can profit from the pain of Black people? They create nonprofit organizations. They create religious organizations, churches, pastors. I said, we are always sold to the highest bidder, even if it's our own that's sitting at the table selling us out piece by piece. That's why I go so hard at these damn politicians and pastors, because 90% of the time, they are the ones selling us off piece by piece, the ones that look like us. The way the people in that room was amen. And that's right. That's right. And I'm talking about the elders. People in there that said they've been doing this work for 30 years and they still fighting for funding. I said, let me tell y'all something. It's because they are not coming here to eradicate anything. You think they want to get rid of crime? Crime pays. Crime pays. At the end of the day, it might not pay us, but it pay judges, it pay lawyers, it pay coroners, it pay doctors. You hear me? It pay policemen. It pays everybody but us. We are the ones that catch. We are the stock to them. I say, I want y'all to do me a favor, and I want y'all to think about all of these large churches and these nonprofit organizations and these healthcare systems. I want you to think about them And then I want you to think about who is actually at the top of the food chain in many of these spaces, because it ain't us. I said, you know why? We are here because we are always the face of their businesses. Because at the end of the day, the church is a business. The nonprofit sector is a business. They just buying up land, talking about they doing housing and interventions and drug abuse, recovery, and all of that. And all of them people, when you look at them, they don't look like us. And they have people like us as the front-facing people who go out into the community. I said, y'all ain't getting no higher than street intervention. Because to them, we need to be on the street talking to the people and bringing them in the doors. Everything is about numbers. Everything is about numbers. When I got through ripping them folks up in there, and it wasn't even disrespectful, that man said, that's hard to come after. I know it is. And when I looked over and I saw them older people that trusted me to speak up for them, nodding and saying thank you, I knew my job was done. My job was done for the day. But I got something else for they ass. Happy.
That's a good video. She was spinning some things. Let me drop this StreamYard link in the Twitter comments. Anybody wants to come up. Excuse me. All right, what's the last video? I only posted 3 videos today. All right, boom. Yours superior.
Blaine and Diane Smith have been talk about 40 acres and a mule. Blaine and Diane Smith have been fighting a white-owned railroad company from building railroad tracks through their 600-acre property. This property has been in their family for decades, and it has helped to put their kids through college. And they are now concerned after a superior court has ruled in favor of the railroad company. They fear that having this railroad in their property is not only going to cause noise pollution, but can cause environmental pollution as well as trespassers on their land. Now, this company has been trying to take their land by eminent domain, and now the Smiths are taking it to the Supreme Court. Let's keep this family in prayer as they continue to fight for their Black land.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, shout out to this family. Hopefully, the Supreme Court can get some straightening. I hope they have land deeds. Honestly, I hope they have land deeds in their family when it comes to this land in Sandersville. And that's crazy. They're trying to 600 acres. That's a lot of acres. That's a lot of land that they have. So hopefully they can successfully win this case and stuff like that. So now on to the meat and potatoes of this live, right? The meat and potatoes of this live. As you can see, I got Hebrew Israelites and more in the title because this started from yesterday, man. And I'm about to get through the more thing first. I'm about to get into the more thing first. When did this start? Yeah, it started with Moors like to come in droves because we ran them off. We ran Moors off Clubhouse, man. Like, ain't nobody listening to no damn Moors, yeah. Never. Yeah, it started with this. It started with yeah, this one dude, OCO. This one guy was like, "Where are they going to tell the truth that we're Moorish?" I was like, "Never, because we're not. Never. Not them folks, dude." And people were mad. Let's look at the comments for this. Let's see the comments for this. The Moors are the Africans everyone is looking for. They were African slaves that were sent here, removing Moors from Europe. He says some was, some ain't. I mean, sure. But let's go to my bookmarks. I'm gonna handle this Moorish thing already to the bat. I'm gonna compile all the things that I have. We're gonna look at some things because I already went through this. Like Moor. Like this is the etymology. This is the etymology for Moor. North African Berber, one dwelling in Barbary, late 14th century, from Old French Moray, from medieval Moris, medieval Latin Moris, from Latin Maris, inhabiting of Mauritania, a region now corresponding to northern Algeria, in Morocco, from Maros, perhaps a native name or else cognate with Maros, black, adjective in late Greek, may as well be from the people's name. Later, it was applied, also being applied to Arabic conquerors of Spain being dark people in relations to Europeans. Their name in the Middle Ages was a synonym for Negro later. Being the name of the nearest Muslims to the Western Europe, it was indiscriminately of Muslims, Persians, Arabs, etc., but especially those in India, cognate with Dutch Moor, German Moor, Danish Morar, Spanish Moro, and Italian Moro, related to Moorish. So there goes your etymology of Moor. Also, Moors classified as other race, according to the OMB and things like that. So Moors classified as other race because there's this thing where they say the CDC recognizes Moor as an indigenous group of people. And then I was like, all right, let's look at the legal classifications of a Moor. Moor means other. Moor means other. Now, we look at Delaware law code. You look at this Delaware law code because people usually like to use the Lenni Lenape to tie in this Moorish babble. Okay, so 106, the Lenni Lenape Tribe of Delaware recognition, legislative findings. The General Assembly finds all the following. The Lenni Lenape Tribe of Delaware, referred to as a tribe in the section, has an unbroken history of 100 years of settlement in the vicinity. Where's this say more? So 4. If we look at 4, it says the tribe was formerly known as the Moors for many decades of the 20th century. State documents such as driver's license designated the tribe's race with an M. Now, they can go back to the early 1700s. The Delaware School Code of 1921 provided that the state of education could establish a school for the children of people called Moors, right? As a result, 2 schools were built, one built in Chaswell and one Fort Branch. And if you look at 7, the Smithsonian Institute issued an annual report in 1948 in which the tribe was referred to as Moors of Kent County, Delaware, and identified as surviving Indian group of the eastern United States. Now, if we go on to this next picture, Moors were considered a tri-racial group of people in Delaware. They were considered tri-racial because they were a mixed group of people. The people that mixed with the Portuguese, Indians that mixed with the Portuguese and the Spanish, and the Moors that came to Delaware. The Lenni Lenape have this story. So yeah, Moors of Delaware look of the tri-racial group. This has come from the Native American of Delaware and things like that. Now, I even got into it more on TikTok before, so I'm gonna play this. America, according to the Black laws. All right, so I'm gonna address this one time and one time only. And so let's look at the Black Law Dictionary, which Moors always love to use. Indian means the aboriginal inhabitants of North America, according to the Black Laws Dictionary. Now let's look at Moor, an officer in the Isle of Man who summons the courts for several sheddings. The office is similar to the English bailiff of 100. Now, where is the Isle of Man? The Isle of Man is in Europe. Now let's look at Indio or Indios. This was a reference to the indigenous people of America or Eastern Asia, particularly by the Spanish and the Portuguese.
Indios can also mean people of God or the people. And in every indigenous language, the names of the tribes refers to the people. So in a way, people in the Americas were already calling themselves Indian. Now let's take it further. India wasn't even the name for that country in 1492 or before then. It was called Hindustan. And before it was called Hindustan, it was called Bharata. Now let's put the icing on the cake. India got its name in 1947. Now let's look at a Mercator map from the 1500s of America. It is called India Nova. Now let's look at a Mercator map from the 1600s, right? It says India right here, but this is the 1600s. So America was referred to as India before the country we know today in the Eastern Hemisphere. The Moors always bring up the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, which comes about in 1786. If you actually read the treaty, it has nothing to do with America being Morocco. Now let's look at the Treaty of Middle Plantation in 1677. Indian is actually referred to multiple times in this treaty. Now, if you look at this section right here, it absolutely brings up Indian and also says Indian kings and queens. I am also related to these treaty signers on here. And now let's look at Moor. The etymology of Moor comes from Moros, which means inhabitants of Mauritania, which is in Africa. It's cool. People can identify as being a Moor, whatever. But the Moor does not predate the Indian. And about time the Moors got over to the United States, Moor meant black. So if Indian is a misclassification, Moor damn sure is.
Yeah, this is actually before I found out Indian can be found in Ojibwe. This is right before that. And if I knew that then, my goodness, it would have been a wrap, dude. It would have been a wrap. You couldn't tell me nothing. Nah, this is part 2.
And I'm nipping this more shit in the butt. All right, so this person made a response video, and I'm nipping this more shit in the butt because he just didn't disprove anything that I said. All right, so let's look at U.S. Code 25, and it breaks down what Indian means. Any person who is a member of any Indian tribe is eligible to become a member of any Indian tribe or is an owner of a trust or restricted interest in land. C, with respect to inheritance and ownership of trust and restricted land in the state of California, pursuant to section 2206 of this title. Eligible heirs means for a purpose of section 2206 of titles any descendants, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, full siblings, half-siblings by blood and parents who are Indian and descend from them, or owners of a trust or restricted interest in a parcel of land for purposes of inheritance by descent. So the legal definition of an Indian is someone who is an owner of a trust or land, and someone who can inherit land and falls under the category of American Indian. So can someone please show me the law or any U.S. codes that grants Moors to be owners of any land or trust? Now let's spice things up and let's look at how the law actually viewed Moors, the government. So we're going to look at the slave laws in Virginia. The slave laws or the Negro laws in 1682 in Virginia, Act 1, enacted that all servants with 6 shall be imported into this country to either be by sea or by land, whether Negroes, Moors, aka Muslims, North Africans, mulattoes, or Indians. You see how they differentiated who the Moors were, who the Negroes were, and who the Indians were? And let's look at the Louisiana records of enslaved people. You see this person right here, he was a Moor. So the government has always seen Moors as Africans. Unless a person has descent from Delaware or even South Carolina, then they have nothing to do with Moors. Moors were not here before any Indians. They are not indigenous to America. They're from Europe and Africa. Go do your genealogy and go find out who your people actually are. If you don't like the term Indian, you can call yourself Aboriginal, or you can call yourself by your people's tribal nation.
Hey, yeah. Damn, I know I was cooking that hard. Damn, when the fuck did I make that video? 2023? I don't even know when I made the video. But I was cooking. Let's see. We got another definition of Moor. Supposed to be black, and the word was used as a generic for all dark-skinned races as an equivalent to Negro or Black or Moor today. So, if you want to go down that route, oh, we was called Moors. People were also called Negroes. And Moors don't like the term Black. So, you calling yourself a Moor, you're calling yourself Black. Just people want to use etymology in Black Laws Dictionary. It's calling you a European in the Black Laws Dictionary. It's calling you a European in the Black Laws Dictionary. Etymologies call you an inhabitant of Mauritania or a Berber, right? In 1700, they're calling you a Negro.
By the description from the European. Always qualified by the description from the European. So you would be a Moor, which came from the Greeks, Maur. And of course, we adopted that name, Moor. It was a descriptive adjective. It was not who we were. That's why it was always qualified with, say, Ubayd Moor or the Chickasaw Moor. Okay? We were robbed of our definition of who we were, which is our nationality and our tribe. And we fell into the description of what we were from someone else's eyes.
See, Moor is a goddamn descriptive term. What's this, Phil Valentine? Yeah, Moor is a goddamn descriptive term. If you're calling yourself a Moor, you're calling something to describe yourself. What you be, Negro, which is why it's synonymous with Negro. So when someone calls you a Moor, that comes from someone else. What was your name before Moor? What was your name before you were Moor? Huh? Only Moors go this goddamn hard for some shit someone else called you. Let me see if any of these Moors will pull up to the live stream, dude. All the Moors that was in my mentions. Let's see. Let's see if they pull up to the live stream. Pull up. Talking about some game over. Pull up. So any of these Moors that was talking all that talk, let's see if they'll pull up. Anybody? I ain't ducking no action. Pull up to the live stream before I move on. Where's the dude at? Where's that dude at? Where's that dude at? Anybody? Where's that dude at? Bot babble. Yeah, real at will. Oh yeah, he stopped responding, but I got something for him. All right, we're back. What's up? What's up, Instagram? All right. What's up, Instagram? 134 people in here. All right, yeah, like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. I gotta make a thumbnail real quick. Image. I gotta make a thumbnail real quick. Hold on, y'all. We 24 minutes in. Like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Like and retweet if you're on Twitter. Do whatever if you're on Instagram, I guess. Drop a comment. Where's Grok? Create image. Create an image of a black. Like, you're going to continue to get checked. You're going to continue to get checked. If you keep talking about the Moors with they feathers and shit, dude. image of a black Moor. Come on, I got your thumbnail now for YouTube. What's up, Ish? Man. But yeah, where was we at? Let me go back to the bookmarks. Talking about we get all our information from the goddamn Moors, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
About American Indians and some peace, love, family. It's your boy, Brother Truth. Now, for some reason, every single time I make a post talking about American Indians or something like that, we always get a flock of people who will come out here and be like, "No, we not that. That's a misnomer. We Moors. We this and that." So let me go ahead and explain this for you all today, right? Because there's a difference between civics and there's a difference between commerce, all right? Two totally different things. And I think a lot of people get them intertwined and mixed up, right? And not properly know how to utilize the English language while they're operating in this English society under English laws, right? So let's dive in it. So again, the term Indian applies to Aboriginals of North America according to their English Black Law dictionaries that they are using against us in this English system every single day. Okay? Now, what does it say about the term Moor in that Black's Law dictionary? And you see it, right? It says a Moor is an officer in the Isle of Man. Well, wait a minute. Where's the Isle of Man? The Isle of Man is in the United Kingdom. It's in England. And the thing is, if we're going to use English words, we better know what they mean, right? Because did we identify with Moors or did we actually stem from the Murians and Lemuria? Okay? Two different things here, people. Two different things. Okay? So that is an English term. And speaking about empires, I think a lot of people just throw that term out there, but don't really understand the definition of what it truly is or what it looks like, right? So take a look at this right here, right? Because you have England that teamed up with Scotland over time, that also teamed up with Ireland and things of this nature. And together, these were multiple countries who created an empire, okay? Multiple sovereign countries and territories came together to operate under one ruler, okay? A British empire. And they signed treaties as that United Kingdom. They signed treaties as that British empire, okay? So it wasn't just an empire that was ran by Britishmen and we just called it a British empire. No, the empire itself was actually called the British Empire. And it was also the United Kingdom, right? Just like the Roman Empire had all of these sovereign countries who were all a part of the Roman Empire. Same thing. Now, what we must understand is, unlike the British Empire, okay, that was an actual real entity, there has never been an entity called the Moorish Empire. All right. Now, there have been movements and empires that were ran by Moors back in the day, but the empire itself was not called the Moorish Empire, unlike they had the British Empire, unlike the Roman Empire. Okay. So let's read this right here. It says Al-Andalus. It says a central aspect of what people think of as the Moorish Empire is their rule in Andalus, which is modern day Spain and Portugal from 711 to 1492. The Moors established a sophisticated society in cities like Cordoba, Granada, Seville, and everything like that. But this was not an official empire. Okay, so let's dead that now. Now, to be technically correct, what you did have was many dynasties, right, that were ran by Moors. But again, those dynasties weren't called the Moorish dynasty or the Moorish Empire. They were called Umayyad Caliphate, the Almoravids, or the Marinids, or the Saudi dynasty. Okay, they had specific names. They had specific flags for these dynasties. For the Al-Aladunas, they had a specific flag for that. It was not the red flag with a green star that represented Morocco. That's the Moroccan flag. Matter of fact, it represents the Almoravids, right? So as you see right here, the Moroccan flag, Almoravid dynasty, right? And as you see, it's multiple flags. right? With that Moroccan flag, right? That's Morocco. That's the Moroccan flag. Okay, that stems from the Almorid dynasty, going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Okay, right? That flag was never called the Moorish Empire flag. Now I want you to look at this and look at it closely. Does this say the Moroccan American Treaty of Peace, or does it say the Moorish Empire American Treaty of Peace? All right. It specifically says the Moroccan, and I want you to look at the key points too down here. It says that it was signed in Morocco, Marrakesh, okay, all right, ratified in 1787 by who? The United States, which is another country, right? Like Morocco is a country, a actual nation. This is business. And it said it was established for diplomatic and commercial relations between the United States and Morocco. All right, not for land, not for territory, controlling it, none of that, because the land and the titles belonged to the American Indians. Okay, all right, that's why they had to sign hundreds of treaties with them. Okay, just so that they could have the permission. This is very important. We got to understand civics. We got to understand semantics. We got to understand the English language so that we can get it proper and start learning how to move in this English commercial system. Because just calling ourselves Moors, right? Where are you a Moor from? Are you a Moor from the Isle of Man? Are you a Moor from Morocco? Are you a Moor from the Maroons down in Jamaica? Are you a Moro from over there in the Philippines? You can't just tell me more. I need to know more about your actual nation and tribe that connects you back to the land. That's what this is all about, y'all. And other than that, I don't want to hear nothing. Don't tag me no more.
That was clean. That was clean. Yeah, it's a long video, so I took myself off the camera. What's up, yo? What's up, T1 Production, man? What's up? What's up? We still got it. Yeah, that was. Who could have broke that down any better? I don't know anybody that could break that down any better. I couldn't know nobody that could break that down any better. Like, come on, man. That's one of my favorite videos, man. Not gonna lie. What's up, Jody? Like, cool, you got Spanish. If you got Spanish lineage, you want to call yourself a more fine. I know people with Spanish lineage, dude. I know people. One of my good homies got Moorish lineage, for real. You know, you want to call you got ties to the Portuguese. I know the Portuguese came to like South Carolina and stuff like that. You want to call yourself a more cool, dude. We stand on Genie. We not standing on what somebody didn't say it, bro. what this movement didn't say it, bro. We're not standing on that, bro. What's the name of it, brother? I missed that. What's his ad? I wish they had this. This ain't a TikTok video. Damn, that's crazy. I'll try to find out. I'll try to find his social handle. I'll try to find that. But yeah, stand on your genealogy, dude. What else? South Carolina. You got folks classified as Negro in South Carolina. They're a Berber stock. South Carolina says the Negroes in South Carolina are a Berber stock. So if you got Negro lineage in South Carolina, you might just have that Moorish Berber bloodline. You can find this stuff. Instead of just going off what someone else said, right? Just instead of just going off what someone else said, where is it at in your family? What proof do you have of that? That's all I'd be asking, man. That's all I'd be asking. I already showed my Hebrew lineage. Like what? Like the original Americans were Moors, like what language is Moor found in? What language is Moors found in? Not his account, the name of the. I don't know. I don't know the name of it. I had to go on the Instagram page. I got this from Indigo Carolina's page. I think that's a big I think. Shout out to Indigo Carolina on Instagram. Saying that we got our information from the Moors. Like what are we talking about, dude? All your research came from the Moors. The Moors didn't tell us we was Indians. Where are the Moors telling people to do their genealogy at? Huh? Where were the Moors that were where were the Moors that were telling people to do their genealogy? Huh? But yeah, even took screenshots, dude. Even this one dude stopped replying after this. Took screenshot. Oh, Jibwari Dictionary, couldn't find more in there. Leila Nape, couldn't find more in there. Choctaw, couldn't find more in there. Nowhere. Yeah, it's also found in ancient Greek. Yep, Mavos. Yeah, Mavos, which means like dark skin or something. I went down. And then what people that the annexation of Texas. Annexation of Texas was, hold on, let me find that tweet. Let me find that tweet, dude. Annexation of Texas was created by a senator in Connecticut. Let's see. Connecticut. How you spell Connecticut? Yeah, Connecticut. Net. Yeah, Connect. All right, cool. Connecticut. I'm about to show y'all. Annexation of Texas was created by share this tab instead. James Dixon. See? Annexation of Texas. This is the PDF of Mexico, the annexation of Texas speech. This was created by Mr. Dixon of Connecticut. So why is a random Connecticut politician saying that Mexico belonged to the Moors? Huh? Why is it a United States government official or politician saying this and not a Mexican one? We want to talk about the annexation of Texas, right? Who in the Mexican government said that Moors originally ruled Mexico and that's their land? But yeah, if y'all want to go read it, Mr. Dixon's speech of Mr. Dixon on the reference of the president's message. You ask these folks if their grandparents ever said they was Moors or anything, right? They're gonna look dumbfounded. You can find Hebrews in your genealogy too, if you really look hard enough. What's up, Nettie baby? Man, this is crazy. But yeah, the StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come up on the StreamYard link, feel free. Because I might not even be on here that long, honestly. StreamYard link's right here on YouTube. Let's go to Twitter. You can pop on here. You can pop on up here. StreamYard links on Twitter. If you go to the comment section, you can find it. But other than that, I'll probably just wrap this up here, honestly. I'll give you like 5 more minutes and I'll wrap it up. Like all these times Moors telling us, oh, Indian means slaves. We're not Indians. Come to find out, you got more slaves. Moors were enslaved, right? Moors would never be slaves, brother. We were always free. Like, what? They were enslaved in Virginia and they were enslaved in Louisiana and in South Carolina. Come on, dude. Like, people need to start speaking on their own families for real. For real, for real. But yeah, I ain't got much more else to say. I'm going to just hop off here and end this now, honestly. Till next time, peace.